Hey everybody, welcome back. So just have a quick update. Had a lot of work being done, so there were a lot of nail guns and saws and stuff in the works. That's why I haven't been able to squeeze out a video in like the last week. So hopefully now I'll be able to get back on a semi-regular schedule and have a couple quick sort of updates, some rumors, and a couple of kind of interesting things. First up, I do want to say that the Code Red re-release of Savage Streets is now up on Ronin. It's Ronin Flix and at Diabolic. I don't think it's actually region free. I know most of Code Red stuff is usually region free. This one I believe is region A locked. To my knowledge, it has the same transfer as before, but it does have some additional color correction. Obviously, it'll have a new encode, and it now has all of the extras that only existed on the DVD from way back when. Also, the new release of Night of the Living Dead 90, the Tom Savini directed one. Word out is that it actually does have the original color correction. It doesn't have that weird blue coloring that was done that the Twilight Time release had. So it actually... I don't have it, so I can't 100% confirm, but from what it seems like I've heard from a couple other people, that it does in fact have the original coloring. So that is definitely good news. So I'm going to get into one official announcement, and that is Warner Archive is coming out with the original Thing from Another World. It's coming out November 20th. Don't have any details beyond that or anything, but that's one that I've been waiting on for a very long time. In fact, I even caught part of it on Turner Classic Movies recently, and it was obvious that was just like an old transfer and everything. So I'm so looking forward to getting that, because Warner Archive stuff usually has really great transfers, with the exception of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 weird oval thing that sort of pops up in the nighttime scenes. Their transfers are usually really spectacular. So hopefully there's no weird oval in Thing from Another World. So at the Halloween convention that took place, I think it was like about 2 weeks ago or something, apparently one of the guests there said that they are working with Scream Factory on finally bringing out Fade to Black. Don't know whether or not this is true or not. If it is, that's really exciting news. Some of you may remember that was sort of one of the titles I listed as one that I eagerly await on Blu-ray. So I really hope that's true. This is not something we'd probably even know for a while yet. My guess is this is, probably about a year out from happening if it is actually going on. But if it is true, that is definitely an exciting one. Also, it's being rumored that Arrow is going to be releasing the William Friedkin film Cruising, which also not been on Blu-ray. Again, no specifics on anything. This is sort of an early rumor. I mean, I'm sure if it's actually happening, this will be something that'll be coming out next year. Hopefully it is happening, because again, that's another one that I'm surprised hasn't been released yet. So it's kind of time for that to come out. Now, ones that I'm saying they're rumored, but they seem to be happening. There's just no further details on them. So first up, at a recent screening of, I believe it was Maniac, the new restoration of Maniac, William Lustig said that Blue Underground is doing new transfers of Vigilante, which is one I'm very excited about, because I love Vigilante, and that's definitely one I've been wanting a new transfer of. And they're also doing Daughters of Darkness, and Shockwaves may actually get a new transfer. That's they're actually director's trying to see if he can actually locate the original 16 millimeter negatives. If so, then that'll actually get a brand new transfer. Nothing new on that though for a while. Again, this is just something that he dropped. But because it came from William Lustig himself, I'd say those are definitely happening, at least with the first two, with Vigilante and Daughters of Darkness. And hopefully the negative for Shockwaves can in fact be found, because I believe in all the other previous releases, those transfers were done from the 35 millimeter blow up rather than the original 16 millimeter. If they can do that, that should look pretty amazing. And also, Peter Jackson gave an interview with Empire Magazine on their podcast, and he dropped in the interview that he has done or is working on new 4K transfers of his early films, which he owns, which are Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles, and Dead Alive. And I believe with Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles, those are being transferred from their original 16mm negatives. No word on releases. I mean, basically for these, because he owns these films, I mean, they're going to have to find a distributor, but the fact that the masters would already exist means basically someone just has to kind of put together a package. And those are, I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am for those. I mean, Dead Alive did have, here in the States anyway, did have a Blu-ray release through Lionsgate, but it was kind of a, it was an older master. It was very done for the DVD days and everything. So even though it was HD, it was kind of one of those really older ones. And obviously Bad Taste and Meet the Feebles have not been on Blu-ray at all. In fact, Bad Taste, I think the DVD for that, which was put out by Anchor Bay, God, that I'd have to look it up, but I want to say that was like, 2000 when that came out or something like that. So unfortunately, I don't have any more details on it. This is all kind of early stuff, and some stuff is rumors, some stuff speculation, and then other stuff is just way early on in the works. A lot of really good stuff coming out, and it's also exciting that there's also stuff that hasn't been released yet that's finally getting released, and a couple re-releases that are deserving re-releases that definitely need, upgraded transfers and stuff. And there's some other stuff I need to get to in regarding some details coming up on some upcoming releases. I'm going to put those in another video, but some exciting stuff is definitely in the works for next year and beyond. Although I'm hoping next year is not as an expensive year as this one has been for movie releases. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.